Welcome to Elisha Space, a sanctuary for healing, growth, and authentic conversations. I'm Elisha, a counselor here to help you navigate life's complexities and uncover truth with compassion. Today, we're tackling a surprisingly nuanced and often controversial topic. What defines a cult? It's a word that has become commonplace in pop culture, news, and casual conversations, but it carries serious implications and often misunderstood connotations. Complete with mystery, tragedy, and manipulation, cults captivate our attention, leaving us asking what separates cults from genuine religious movements, community groups, or organizations, and what draws people into them. Today, we'll answer these questions together. Whether you're here out of curiosity for personal education or because you've been impacted by this subject, I encourage you to join me with an open heart and mind. Let's dive in. The term cult comes from the Latin word cultus, meaning worship or devotion. Historically, it was used simply to describe groups that shared religious or spiritual practices. However, over time, the word has evolved into something much darker, typically referring to systems of control, manipulation, and exploitation under the guise of faith, personal development, or even salvation. So, how is a cult defined today? Scholars and psychologists generally agree on certain traits that distinguish cults, especially when compared to organized religions, support groups, or social communities. Here's a foundational definition. A cult is a group or organization led by a charismatic leader that demands absolute loyalty from its members, uses psychological manipulation to maintain control, and often isolates followers from the outside world. So, let's explore the psychological framework and traits that specifically set cults apart. There are four defining characteristics of a cult. According to experts in sociology and psychology, let's examine each one in detail to better understand its significance. One, charismatic leadership. At the heart of nearly every cult lies a powerful, charismatic leader. These leaders often present themselves as having unique access to higher truth, divine wisdom, or revolutionary ideas. They are skilled at inspiring devotion through charm, persuasion, and manipulation. Their followers may view them as nearly infallible, attributing supernatural or godlike qualities to them. Unlike the leaders of healthy groups who allow for accountability and transparency, a cult leader discourages questions or dissent. Any challenge to their authority is often met with punishment or humiliation. Number two, excessive control. Cults often exert intense control over their members' lives. This can include physical, emotional, and even psychological control. Members may be required to follow strict rules about their daily routines, personal relationships, finances, or even their diets. Leaders can use tools such as guilt, shame, or fear to enforce compliance. They often intentionally isolate members from family, friends, or broader society, creating an environment where the cult's worldview becomes all encompassing. This strategy not only deepens the bond between leader and follower, but also makes it increasingly difficult for individuals to leave. The exploitation. Exploitation in cults typically comes in three forms: financial, physical, and emotional. Members may be asked or coerced into giving up large sums of money, working long hours without pay, or sacrificing their own well being for the benefit of the group. Emotional exploitation is equally insidious. Cult leaders use manipulation to make members feel dependent on their approval, creating cycles of guilt or unworthiness unless members conform. Every action serves to benefit the leader or organization, not the individual. Number four, absolute ideology conformity. Fourth hallmark of a cult is its demand for ideological conformity. Members are often required to adopt the leader's beliefs as absolute truth, rejecting any alternative perspectives, doubt, or criticism, which are natural and healthy groups, are viewed as acts of betrayal in cults. This mentality fosters an us versus them dynamic, where the cult views the outside world as threatening or inferior. Fear of punishment, whether spiritual, emotional, or physical, keeps members in line and prevents them from questioning the group's practices. Here's a critically important distinction. Not all groups that are tightly organized, structured, or require commitment are cults. Healthy groups, whether religious, social, or professional, have key differences. One, the members are free to leave without fear or harm or retaliation. Number two, leaders are held accountable by the group. Number three, questioning and disagreement are encouraged, not punished. Number four, there is no exploitation, effort, and contributions. They are fairly exchanged. In cults, none of these safeguards exist. Instead, members face manipulation, fear, and dependency. Understanding these differences helps us approach this topic with clarity. Here's a question I hear often: why do people join cults? The truth is, no one sets out to join a cult. Cults often prey on individuals during moments of vulnerability. Maybe they've experienced loss, are searching for meaning, or yearning for connection. Cults offer promises, a sense of belonging, clarity, and purpose. Unfortunately, those appeals come with hidden costs. Cults often recruit members through love bombing, a strategy of overwhelming someone with care, attention, and acceptance to draw them in. Whether you're assessing a group or someone you know is involved in something concerning, here are practical tips for spotting cult like behavior. Here are some red flags of a cult. Number one, isolation. Members are discouraged from outside relationships. Number two, unquestioning loyalty. The leader's authority is absolute. Number three, fear of leaving. Members are told that leaving invites punishment or harm. And number four, pressure tactics. Urgent decisions are demanded without time for reflection. If you suspect someone you love is involved in a cult, approach the situation gently. Instead of confronting them directly, focus on maintaining a connection and helping them explore critical thinking. Cult dynamics thrive on cutting members off from outsiders. Your continued presence can provide an escape. Cults thrive in secrecy, isolation, and manipulation, but education brings light into dark places. The more we understand the structures and psychology of cults, the better equipped we are to protect ourselves and others. If there's one takeaway I hope you leave with today, it's compassion. People who join cults are often searching for something vital: love, meaning, connection, and addressing those needs with patience can help them move forward. Thank you for joining me on Elisha Space today. If this episode resonated with you, please like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who might benefit from it. And if you have a question, a story, or simply want to connect, drop a comment below or reach out directly. Remember to educate yourself, protect your autonomy, and always show compassion. Take care of yourself and each other. Until next time, I'm Elisha, reminding you to stay informed, focused, and kind.